Hey, I'm Justin with the Market Update, and who are we here with?
Daniel Blake from BalletCorps.
Very cool, and tell us all about your business.
Yeah.
So is there like springs underneath there?
I'll show you a picture. This is let me see, I'm gonna have to scroll back now a little bit.
Wait,
yeah, there you go.
All ballet floors built this way, or?
Not quite like this. They wish they were built like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I built this whole thing myself.
No kidding. Your knees must have really hurt from doing that.
Yeah, well, I had the knee pads. It was mostly the lower back because there's over 5,000 screws in this floor, and every single one of them had to be pre-drilled.
Jeez.
And yeah, and it's 6,000 pounds of materials, this whole floor. And when I should find it back in June or July, when they came to bring the materials outside, it didn't fit through these loading dock doors by about 3 inches. And so they had to set it all down out there, and it was higher than the top of this door from the parking lot, and I had to heft it all in through the door, and then it was there, and then it was test fit, and then it was over to here to cut, and then final placement, and then, so I
you were busy.
must have moved all the materials there at least 5 times.
Holy cow. Yeah, that's you were ripped after that, I'm sure. That's nuts. Holy.
But yeah.
So that's what gives it the bounce.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that too, is like what's the purpose of having the bounce versus just having it on the
concrete. So yeah, particularly even if you're a professional dancer, when you have the repetition of doing jump after jump after jump, or doing releves, doing all the things that are on one foot, if say you start to get tired, and you are not rolling through your toe ball heel and your plie, as we call it, if you're not being totally efficient with that all the time, that extra shock is going to be absorbed in your soft tissues, and over time it's going to take those soft tissues away. Okay. And it's something that I've read in a book, I love it, it's called The Hazard of Youth, where you don't feel it when you're 16, when you're 14, when you're 15, all of a sudden you're 37 and you're like having issues, and it's because you weren't either properly trained, combination of either properly trained or or did not have a good surface to dance on. So this was literally a financial investment, but also an investment of blood, sweat, and tears into the physical well-being of my students for their life of dancing, not just not just until they're 18 or 20 or whatever.
Well, I really appreciate that you're thinking about that for their longevity, because you want this to be something that they can do for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, if I couldn't, I'm so grateful that I can still dance. I think for me, because I was on a lot of concrete floors or hardwood that just had marley laid over the top, I put a lot of attention into my technique and whatnot, and it's helped me to keep dancing all this time, and to get to be able to have ballet in my life and still jump like I did when I was in my 20s. I love it, because when I watch the videos, I'm like, that feels good. I'm gonna go to the studio now. I feel so blessed that I get to still jump, and because a lot of people, I think the average age of retirement for a dancer is like 26.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I retired at 6.
At 6? 6, you're like, oh, my knees, everything is just all shot already. So a lot went into this floor, and it was pretty funny, because when I was working with my landlord, he's like, "You're gonna build out to about here, maybe?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "About here?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "All the way to the wall?" I'm like, "Yeah." Paying for this whole space, I want as much, and that's why eventually I'm gonna have these speakers elevated. I want everything off the floor, maybe even my chair, just so that I can have as much room as possible for my dancers to. That's all for their dance bags and all their junk and everything, so that it can be, it's not only the floor and the space, it's a metaphor. What BalletCorps is about is trying to create as distraction free and such a pure environment for dancing. So a big part is eliminating drama or clickiness, a lot of the stereotypes that can come with ballet. I want the discipline, I want all the hard work and the repetition, but none of the junk that gets made into movies,
Sure.
Black Swan, which I've actually never seen, but everybody comes to me. And
I have seen that. Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah. What got you into doing this then? Like, what was kind of your inspiration into ballet?
To start ballet?
Yeah.
Well, there's a star in my logo, because I talk about stars a lot, and which has been really fun with the Northern Lights happening, the aurora happening the way they did. Most people ignore space until it comes knocking on your door. I'm like, it gets exciting real fast when the sun does what it does. But I was all into space and wanting to be an astronaut when I was a little kid, and my older brothers were, one was a fighter and physicist, the next one is Air Force Bomb Squad. He deployed to Iraq several times, and he's EOD. And then my next brother is a tattoo artist and guitarist. Okay. And then, so I had all that energy in my family, and then I went into ballet, and it just took me over. And I still have no real explanation for it because I've got all these aspects to my personality, but ballet just captured me. And I just took a year off sabbatical, and just to kind of also make sure that that calling was still there, because I've been in it for so long.
Yeah,
and
I get that. You got to do that sometimes to really just
happy
make
to
sure
say
that
it was
you're
still there, and standing on the result of it. Yeah.
And so now you're bringing that to everybody else.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about the business side of it.
The business side of it is that there were a few places along the way throughout my training where, like namely Houston Ballet Academy, where it was such, I mean, everybody was having fun there, but the work came first. And when you were in the studio, it didn't matter who you were, to the top, to the lowest level, to the highest principal stars that they had in the company, it was about the work. And I was so inspired by that. And after I left that place and started to dance at other companies, and you know, it wasn't like that. People were bringing their coffee and schlepping around the studio, or they were tired or whiny, and I was like, where's the joie de vivre? Like, where's the passion? It became a job for a lot of the dancers, which I get, but I wanted to provide that kind of environment. And I don't want people to have to go all the way to Houston or someplace to have it. And so I love Rochester. I've been here since 2012. I love this community. And everybody here, there's a lot of people here that are really educated and they want what's best for their kids and seemed like a good fit here. And so, so here I am.
That's awesome. Thank you for bringing this to bringing your business to the community, and really, I think it's wonderful that you're giving something for others to do. And it's cool. I always think about this is you're taking people away from their phone or from their tablet, or taking themselves away from other things that are happening in their lives, and they just get to focus on dancing and having that cardio in a fun, different way too. So thanks for bringing that. Yeah,
that's one of the things that I have a parent. I always talk to students. I always try to appeal to students and whatnot. He's like, you need to talk to the parents. I'm like, oh yeah, right. I'm very, very dancer centric. But yeah, that's exactly right. It's like if you're a parent and you want your kid to get that structured discipline, all my classes are going to start on time. Everybody has to be in uniform. Everybody has to have their hair up and have their shoes. Or you will be observing class, and not in a shameful kind of way, but that is to build them to the life lessons that you get when you show up on time and you're prepared and you put energy, you invested energy prior to whatever thing you're going to is going to carry you through the rest of your life. And exactly, getting away from that instant 30-second TikTok kind of thing. I mean, love those things, I love it, but to have a place where it is about just the work and not distractions.
Yeah. And tell us too, what age groups are you focusing on? Is this all the way up to adult?
I had an adult advanced class this morning, which was awesome. You know, that's something that I think about. Like, there's so many dancers in this community where they do that. They start at 3 and they go to 18 or whatever. They go to college and they might get married and come back and they're 23, 24. I'm like, you put in 15 years into dance. Don't you miss it, or don't? I'm like, don't let it be thrown away. Like, come back and dance, and I will give you these classes. And for the advanced, the way that I'm doing it is like I'm running the class, and everybody can take it their own pace and wear whatever they want, you know. But then my adult beginner is for you. You can come in, and this is first position, and we'll just go nice and slow and take apart the techniques because I want everyone to dance.
Sure.
Yeah. So as far as the little kids, I'm starting with 7. I will take 6-year-olds, kind of based on audition and audition, but interview with the parents as long as they feel like they're going to bring their best to every class, because I'm not gonna allow swinging from the bars or running or back talk or whatever, which can be a lot to ask, but that's what I'm doing this for, is like trying to get that discipline in there and the respect for the class young. And I've already got a great little group going, and they're all about it.
Good.
They're all about it. Yeah, I just go snap, ready, and they just hold. I'm like, yes, I know. I get so excited because that's not what people expect when they see a 7-year-old. I'm like, watch this, ready, and they all snap to line. People go, wow. I'm like, they don't even need to start dancing yet. Just having that control over themselves is beautiful.
Sure. And tell us a little bit about the name of the company too.
BalletCorps. Yes. So corps is the French word for body. And there's a lot of emphasis on stardom, and everybody wants to be a star, right? But the corps in a classical ballet company, the corps de ballet is the foundation. It's the base of the pyramid by which you get the soloists and the principals elevate out of. But I want to make a community of dancers where it is about supporting one another. And so yes, we're absolutely going to have our leads and our stars and whatever, but it's going to be about the group first. That's why a big reason about the punctuality and whatnot, and everybody has to be coming to all their classes. And I'm guilty of this. where you can have a dancer who is extremely talented, and maybe they only come to half of their class because they're busy, they're doing other things, not because they're being lazy necessarily. And then I've done it before where I've still put those dancers into lead roles because they have the talent. And I shudder to think what that can do to the people who are always showing up on time, always have their hair up and everything. So to me, it's more about the group than it is about the individual.
Fair.
We're gonna have those, for sure. But when that person, whoever it may be, elevates into a principal role, I want everybody to cheer and be supported and be like, they earned it, we're earning it, everybody earned it.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for telling us all about this, and I was wondering too if you could show us a few moves.
So 6 means 6, and so very specifically it's called entre-chasse, which means interchanged 6, because there's 6 positions that you go through in the air.
Okay.
So here's one of them. Oh my gosh.
Let's see it.
There you go. There's one cease. Here, I'll do a couple because that would actually felt pretty good. There you go. So cease. Yes, I'm very, very lucky that at my age I can still do those.
I can kind of do the heel click in the air.
Well,
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
it's seeing you're laughing. If it brings joy, I'm like, that's what dance is all
That's
about.
great.
Yeah, well,
Well,
thank you.
cool.
Thank
If you're
you.
looking for something to do in Rochester, please come check out BalletCorps. And if you just, like you said, if you want to get your heart going and feel good, get yourself away from the phones, come check out the dance. It's got to be just an awesome experience. So thank you for bringing this to
Thank you.
Rochester.